Okay, well, this Mandela effect has really got me worked up, okay? Because these people they're, well, actually the conclusion I've come to is that they're bewitched. That they've come under the influence of some magic. And it could be either that or it could be the enemy. Well, either way, it's still the enemy, right? But how the enemy has done it to capture these people, I don't know, but they have. And that becomes evident the more that you dig into this. This person here, who is Rocco Donato, I published one of his innocuous comments. Another one that was much longer, I didn't publish. It is, it's more targeted to the Mandela effect. And he goes in all these different things. And I told him, I said, I don't have time to deal with all of those. But all of them could be dealt with very easily. You know, but he says these kind of things like, I remember that a unicorn was in Job once, but now it's expanded 7 times. And what about modern words, such as these words didn't even exist in 1611? Words like engines, mufflers, tires, couch, bottles, corn, pilots, shuttle, concourse, planes, passengers, driver, cab, tires, pavement, suburbs, highways, pollution, wires, circuits, science, planets, Mars, Jupiter, and matrix. The word matrix did not mean womb. It said womb. And the word matrix wasn't coined until 1851 by a mathematician. It says if you Google the word matrix now, it will say something ridiculous like the 1400s. And if you think I am damned to hell, very well. If my innocent 13-year-old girl who was raised all her life in a Baptist church is also condemned to hell for seeing the changes which she saw at 11 years old, then there would be some major problems with the doctrine of the age of accountability, which is accepted in a large way. She goes off into some sort of nonsense, okay, to try to defend herself by using her child as a shield to protect herself and her delusion. You hear that? She uses her 13-year-old child, and referring to her when she was 11 years old, in order to shield herself and to protect this delusion. That's how sick these people are. That's how sick they are. Really terrible. And she lists all these things. Well, the Matrix, you know, I debunked that one. I don't go into every single one of them. Unicorn's always been there. You know, people just didn't notice it, but it's been there. That's because they don't read their Bible. They just don't read their Bible. And when they do, they don't read the King James Version. And that's all right. King James Version is extremely difficult to understand. I don't know anyone who has read the King James Version cover to cover and understood it. It's terribly difficult. They switched to New King James or an easier version. So anyway, what I wrote to him or her, I don't know if it's a him or her, Rocco, I guess is a male, I don't know. I write, I won't publish your longer comment because I do not want to spread ignorance and doubt, and I do not have time to help you correct every one of those. However, let me correct one quickly here, matrix. But notice how aggressive he got very quickly in his comment. So, you know, they talk about being humble. They talk about being, you know, willing to discuss, but they are closed off. They reject any correction whatsoever. And they've done it by this idea that the universe has changed. Therefore, anything that you pull out that's concrete, that you show them, they say, well, that's just part of this universe. That's not part of what the universe used to be. They're bewitched. Let's keep going. However, let me correct one quickly here, matrix. Your objection is that it was a word invented by a mathematician in the mid-19th century. However, you were wrong. It was first used as a math term by him, but the word existed long before that, deriving from the Latin mater, matrix mater. meaning mother. Late Middle English in the sense womb, from Latin breeding female, later womb, from mater, mother. To call this world the matrix is just a sneaky way to say Mother Earth. And we are back to pagan religion with that term then. However, to use it in the King James Version as a word for the womb was normal for that time. And even though you show these people that they're wrong, they say, well, that's not part of reality. Reality is not part of reality because it's contrary to what I think reality should be. They have exalted themselves to the place of God. Yeah, God is the creator, not them, but they're acting like they are the creator. They will never say that, right? But in effect, that is what they're doing. That their memory is the memory of God. Their memory is a memory of reality. Their memory is above anything else that exists. None of this is real, and therefore, you know what they're going to do? They're dangerous. They need to be locked up. I'm serious. I'm dead serious about it. These people are dangerous and they need to be locked up. Because if they do not believe that this is reality, then they can do anything they want to anyone they want, and they will not feel bad in their conscience about it. Because this is not reality to them. They need to be locked up. They need help. If they're bewitched, even locking them up will not help them, but it will at least protect the rest of us from them. Do not listen to these people. If anyone talks about Mandela effect, if anyone talks about the Bible having been changed, run away from them. Shut them off, block them, don't listen to them. I'm dead serious. All that's happening is that it's being revealed who has rejected the love of the truth among Christians. It's one of the many ways that God is allowed to happen in order to prove who has rejected the love of the truth. But let me warn you who are at the channel, when you run across someone who has rejected the love of the truth, run away from them. They're extremely dangerous. And I don't mean physically all the time. In this case, yes. But in the case of the holding doctrines over the Bible, in order to refuse to read what is literally written in the page, and so they only see whatever fits with their doctrine and reject the rest, run away from them. Have nothing to do with them. And this Mandela effect is doing the same thing, but in a more nefarious way. Anything that tries to reject what is literally written here in the Bible, now translations sometimes are translated wrong, right? So that needs to be corrected, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about when they see on the page that it doesn't say saved by faith alone. It says not by faith alone. And they swear to God that the Bible teaches that we're saved by faith alone. Run away. When they say that Isaiah 11:6 used to say, the lion shall lie down with the lamb, run away. Every translation in the English language you look at will say the same thing. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb. Anyone who tries to say the Bible was changed or tries to say that it doesn't teach what it actually literally says, unless they're saying that it was mistranslated, and they can show in the Greek that it was mistranslated, that's a different issue. But the other ones run away. Now, the lion and the lamb, when you look in the Hebrew and the Greek, both, I've looked, it says wolf dwelling with the lamb. In both the Hebrew and the Greek. It's not a mistranslation. It's not a mistranslation. It's your faulty memory that you're trying to exalt above what is actually in the Bible. The rest of you, hang tight. Stay close. May the Lord bless you as you seek Him with all your heart.